Honorable guest, Madame Rajavi, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Bach Parlament Europa Kosh Armadit. Today, we all commemorate one of the greatest achievements of humanity, the Universal Declaration of which enshrines the fundamental rights and freedoms that protect from tyranny and more. In Iran, however, these rights are continuously and systematically violated, with the rule of law utterly absent under a regime that rules through repression and executions. Our meeting is a call to action for the European Union and its member states to revise decades and failed policies with a focus on human rights and accountability in Iran. Our leaders know the need for accountability and international intervention to save lives. EU member states condemned the lack of it in the Third Committee resolution on Iran adopted last month and supported the establishment of the United Nations fact-finding mission, which recommends an international accountability mechanism based on substantial evidence of crimes against humanity. In Iran, the situation is clear. The regime is paving the way to repeat past atrocity crimes, as evidenced by the recent death sentences against 17 political prisoners for supporting the PMI. This echoes the regime's mass executions in the 90s and the 1988 massacre, when it sought to eliminate independent opposition. The United Nations Special Rapporteur has stated that these mass executions were carried out with genocidal intent and could have prevented with timely international action and intervention. We are in the same situation today, and the European Union cannot fail, because we know regime officials and media are inciting more executions, echoing 1988 reported summary and arbitrarily executions, as the Third Committee resolution notes. Mullah's regime subjected detainees to enforced disappearances and incommunicado detention, torture, and ill treatment were widespread and systematic. The time for decisive action is now. The European Union must support NSCRI President-elect Mrs. Maryam Rajavi's call to refer the regime's crimes against humanity to the Security Council of the United Nations and engage with the NSCR to explore accountability options through universal jurisdiction in member states. Moreover, the European Union should urge the United Nations Human Rights Council to establish a country-specific tribunal for Iran and pressure the regime to permit United Nations visits to Iranian prisons. While accountability is crucial, it is only a temporary, urgent fix to save lives. A long-term solution is necessary, and the NSCRI and Mrs. Rajavi 10-point plan for Iran's future addresses this specifically. It embodies the democratic aspirations of the Iranian people and enshrines the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, rule of law, and independent judiciary. Ladies and gentlemen, the European Union must officially recognize this democratic alternative. Our leaders should do this today, on International Human Rights Day to show the Iranian people that we stand with them in their fight for human rights and the rule of law, especially as the regime now directly threatens our security and democracies in the European Union. Kodak, thank you.